Child sexual exploitation is a widespread and serious issue in Kenya, affecting thousands of young girls, especially in coastal and urban areas. In towns like Mombasa, Malindi, Diani, and Kilifi, children are often drawn into the sex trade due to poverty, tourism, and lack of education. A study from Kenya's coastal regions revealed that over 96% of exploited children are between 6 to 18 years, with economic hardship being the leading cause. Sex tourism plays a major role in child exploitation, where foreign tourists and even locals pay intermediaries to access minors. Children are sometimes sold by their own families, who are either complicit due to poverty or unaware of the exploitation happening. In Kilifi and Kwale counties, the Global Fund to End Modern Slavery, GFEMS, estimated 426 children, 13 to 17 years old, were actively exploited. This number, although lower than in previous years, still points to a crisis, with many survivors suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD. Some studies found that 30% of girls aged 12-18 in coastal areas like Malindi and Mombasa were involved in casual or full-time sex work. The availability of villas, clubs, and hotels allows easy access for exploiters to meet girls. Especially during tourist seasons, families and community members sometimes believe girls having relationships with tourists is a form of economic uplift. A 2022 study in Msambweni, Kwale County, found that commercial sexual exploitation prevents many girls from completing school. Only 28% of school-aged girls involved in exploitation stayed in school, showing how sex work disrupts education. Exploited girls often earn very little and are sometimes beaten, robbed, or raped, making the situation even more dangerous. Besides the coast, child exploitation also happens in urban areas like Nairobi, Kisumu, and Nakuru, where young girls are trafficked into brothels and streets. Many girls are lured from rural areas with false promises of jobs or schooling, only to be trapped in sexual slavery. Another growing concern is online child sexual exploitation, OCSEA, where children are abused via digital platforms. A report by Interpol and ECPAT found that up to 7% of children in Kenya have been offered money or gifts for sexual content online. Furthermore, thousands of children have had their private images shared without consent or were threatened online. Some platforms, such as TikTok, have been misused to stream or share sexually explicit content involving minors. Many perpetrators of online abuse are known to the victims, neighbors, relatives, or classmates, making it harder for victims to speak out. Only a small number of cases are reported to authorities, and many children do not receive justice due to weak systems and stigma. The mental health impact on sexually exploited children is severe. A 2021 study showed that 30% of victims suffer depression. Most of these victims are girls with little education, and often orphans or from single-parent households. A study among Nairobi's sex workers found that 5% started sex work under the age of 18, often because of abuse or homelessness. Key risk factors for early exploitation include incomplete education, street life, physical or sexual abuse, and early sexual activity. The COVID-19 pandemic worsened the crisis as more children were online, leading to increased exposure to predators and digital exploitation. Organizations like ICRHK and Trace Kenya are working to rescue girls, offer counseling, and reintegrate them into school or vocational training. ICRHK's CSAC project in Mombasa reached over 500 girls, helping over 200 return to school, and many more exit exploitation. The Kenyan government, with support from international partners, is now creating policies and training manuals to protect children, especially online. While some progress is being made, deep poverty, poor enforcement, and social stigma continue to put thousands of girls at risk every day.